Team Fortress 2. A free-to-play game, which originally came out in 2007, has captured the hearts and minds of many. Originally part of the Orange Box Steam bundle, the game has thrived for more than a decade. Even 14 years after its original release, it is still one of the most played games on Steam. And this is no accident. Take it from someone who has been playing for a while. I definitely know what I'm talking about.
Good. Nice there. Yes.
Hey, thanks, Doc. Oh, man! You would not believe how much this hurts. Archimedes?
TF2 truly is a timeless masterpiece. The art style, gameplay, mechanics, and vast and loyal community make it truly one of a kind. A game this old shouldn't still be alive. Games come and go with the times, but some of them stick around. Now, why is that? Why do some games survive and some games eventually fizzle out? Well, it's not one specific factor, but a dozen that contribute to the longevity of a game. Out of all the considerations, I believe community to be the most important. Time and time again, stress and tension have been placed on the TF2 community, whether it be a bot crisis, market crash, or general abandonment by the developers. Throughout it all, the people playing today are the same people that were playing 10 years ago. This stands as a testament to both the game and the people that populate it. Everything about TF2's gameplay is satisfying. The character models are so unique, distinguishing them even based on their silhouettes is no trouble at all. Every hit you make is typically for a lot of damage, which makes time to kill extremely low given the right conditions. And almost every weapon in the game is single fire, which emphasizes accuracy and methodism over spraying and praying, which makes for a much more satisfying experience. Even hitting someone only once before you die typically isn't incredibly disappointing due to the clear nature of the gameplay and the simple mechanics that emphasize proper movement and positioning over random RNG. Not only does the game have a serious side to the gameplay, but it is also filled to the brim with silly servers and maps that coincide with the nonsensical art style the game adopted throughout the years. Many people love referring to TF2 as a hat simulator due to the insane amount of cosmetic options people have. Interestingly enough, the in-game economy driven by unboxing and trading is worth almost 30 million US dollars. Some players' backpacks are even worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The point I'm trying to make here is that TF2 has a certain level of depth that other games can only dream of having. TF2's lore, which includes an entire comic series, helps fill in the missing pieces and questions left in our minds about the mercenaries. Speaking of the mercenaries, they all have extremely distinguishable and unique personalities that make their relationships and interactions feel very real. Even in-game, unique voice lines play based on the character you are fighting or looking at, which helps expand the scope of the game and make the world you find yourself in feel lived in. The emphasis on basic mechanics results in a linear learning curve, which can be seen as problematic at some times due to the lack of skill-based matchmaking within casual servers. But I view it as somewhat of a screening process. I do admit the lack of any form of tutorial likely results in many players giving up prematurely. TF2, however, in essence, is chaotic. It stands to reason that players are thrust into said chaos. No punches are pulled, and I don't have a problem with it. Certain game reviews compartmentalize aspects of a game into definable ranges as a means of quantifying the strengths and weaknesses of said game. I, however, wish to display the nuance of TF2 and the reasons why I like it. Putting my grievances into number form does not encapsulate as much as words do. If I were to rate this game out of 10 though, I would say it's a 10. The current state of the game, however, is questionable. This comes as a result of Steam developers, as they say, having desks with wheels, and it seems as though nobody wants to work on TF2 right now. There is a clear and evident aimbot problem, as well as a general lack of updates. These are not problems with the game, however, they are problems with the developers, which is something I view to be a separate entity than what I'm focusing on. In conclusion, I believe TF2 to be one of, if not the best game ever made, and the time I've spent playing it is priceless. Satisfying gameplay, great movement, tons of inside jokes, and a solid and battle-hardened community make it truly stand out among the classics. All of its beautiful imperfections add to the game instead of detracting from it, and I'm not the only one who feels this way. I have an entire community of people rallying behind what I'm saying, and I'm sure they all love it as much as I do. This game was a huge part of my childhood. It watched me grow up, and I've watched it grow up. Games come and go, but this one's staying for a long, long time. If you're interested in playing it for yourself, just go to teamfortress.com.